Hey, what's good, everyone? Another vlog here. Alright, so if you haven't watched my last vlog from last week of Eat Sleep Race, that's up currently. This is a new vlog, fresh, new content every week. Every Wednesday, it's getting posted. Alright, so this vlog is going to be about what has happened with Honda. You know, I've been a Honda owner for, I would say, almost 10 years. I mean, I've jumped over from the 8th gen to the 10th gen Civic. I did own a Civic before, way back like in the early 2000s. I had EF hatchback. But we're going to dig in deep into why the Mega's been on the decline and why. I mean, honestly, if you look at all new Hondas that are out now in the dealerships, you know, the only good grace you have is the new Type R. And then Acura has finally come out with the Integra Type S. You know, Acura is their luxury division. So they came out with the Type S, which is pretty much similar to the Type R. I mean, there's really no difference between both. I mean, one has 5 horsepower than the other. So, you know, it is what it is. Honda has peaked in the 1990s with the EK, EG, EM1, aka the Golden Era. Builds were just epic. Just totally epic. To the current day, just the Civic Type R is Honda's bread and butter. But with the markups, it takes away from the enthusiast owning one, which is kind of sad in a way. While Honda's on the decline, makes such as Toyota are stepping up the game with its Kazoo Racing lineup. You have the GR Corolla, the Supra, the GR86. It's phenomenal. So, as I said, over the years, Honda has really had that, you know, we went from them being a basic car brand like in the 80s, and then getting into that golden era where you had, you know, the EG bubbles and the EMs and the EK hatches, you know, you had that whole lineup, and then the early 2000s started out good with the S2000 coming out, and I mean, everything has changed as we're about to go green, or we're pretty much there right now, going green, getting into EV cars or whatnot. It's gonna be totally different. I'd just be interested to see what happens to most of this current Honda lineup. I mean, are they still gonna have gas powered ones, or is everything going all electric? I mean, currently they don't have a electric model, but they are looking into a few down the road. I mean, we did have that Clarity, which is ugly as sin. Had that out for a few years, and now that's discontinued. But I mean, the only other thing you got right now is hybrids. You know, you still got the hybrids. You know, they got the Accord hybrid here. They have a Civic hybrid, but it's mainly sold over in Europe, which is weird because they've had Civic hybrids here for like years. I mean, it's going back a few generations. So I don't know. It's weird why they didn't make one with even the 10th gen. They didn't have a hybrid. The current 11th gen, they don't have a hybrid. It's so fucking weird. I don't even get it. Then you have the CRV hybrid, and I think that's pretty much it. And then you got the trucks, you got the Ridgeline, which looks a hell of a lot better than the first one that came out, because the first one reminded me of what was it? The Chevy Avalanche truck. It kind of looked like that a little bit, but the Avalanche looked a little better. You know, in the mid-2000s when everybody was modding trucks and putting the big dub wheels on and shit. I don't know, this Ridgeline comes out and I'm like, this thing looks a little weird. Then you got the Honda Pilot, which has been out for a long time. And then Honda just reintroduced the Passport, which doesn't look like a Isuzu, whatever the Isuzu was back then. Because when they came out with it in the late 90s, it looked like the Isuzu, the Trooper. Yes, the Isuzu Trooper. It looked like that. It was so similar. So I don't know, man. You know, as I said, I don't know what the future is with Honda is. I mean, no matter what they're putting out, if you like it or not, it's still going to sell cars. I still see new Civics on the road. I still see new Accords on the road. And whatever the rest of their lineup is, you know, like I said, the Ridgeline, the Passport, the Odyssey. I still see a lot of them on the highways here and there, man. So they're not going anywhere. It's not like GM, where they phased out all the passenger cars, kept like the Corvette and the Camaro, and just doing crossovers and SUVs and pickup trucks, and that's it. That's why all the Japanese makes are going to keep their passenger cars. You gotta have something. You gotta have something if you don't want to buy a truck. You gotta have something you don't want to buy SUV or whatnot. I mean, I'd like to own a truck. You know, just, I don't know if I want to go SUV or pickup truck or maybe like a light crossover. You know, I don't know. The one time I was looking at a older CRV, buying it, using it for the business when I was doing photography, but that never came into fruition because I wasn't making my mark with the photography. Sad to say. You know, like I said, that's not going to be the topic that I want to talk about on here. I've already discussed that with you guys. So you already know how that went, and here, this is where I am right now. So, I mean, like I said, I would use that for like business purposes, and not, you know, for pleasure, or to take to a car show or cars and coffee. I mean, mainly cars and coffees now. I really wouldn't legit put my car in a show. I think the last time I actually legitimately put my car in an actual show was, I think, Elite Tuner a few years ago in ACCO. When I had my 8th gen Civic. I mean, it was nicely, like I said, it was nice, man. I regret the day that I fucked it up. Because I still should have had it. I should have it right now. I probably would have done new wheels. And, it was still a good car, but, it was getting up there in miles. So, honestly, I wouldn't know if it was still last. Maybe that was a blessing getting into the 10th gen. Like I said, the 10th gen is still a good Civic. Despite it has its problems and issues and whatnot. With the 1.5 turbo. You have that oil dilution issue. Most of the 10th gens have the AC condenser issue. Which I think you can still get under warranty right now. As long as you're under warranty, Honda will cover that for you. And that's what happened when I first bought mine. Even though it was used, that shit didn't work. So I took it right to the dealership a few days later on my day off. Took like 6 hours, but it finally got fixed. So I was happy about that. And it hasn't fucked up ever since. But like I said, it's still a good car. It's not the Honda I grew up on. It's good for what it is today, but it's not. It doesn't have the high rev VTECs of yesteryear. And that, like I said, that's kind of a shame because yeah, when we were in that golden era, that was the big thing. Late 90s, everybody had Honda whatever Civics, Accords, and then the S2000 comes along, and then bam, it's like, wow, it blew everybody's mind. And then, still to this day, if you want a S2000, you're going to be paying a lot of money for it. That's what I like about the older Hondas. They still hold value. But, a lot of them are still very, very expensive. You go on sites like Bring a Trailer. They're selling them for a lot of money. I've seen S2000s go for about $100,000 just with like a little miles on the odometer. I look online, I see some dealerships selling S2Ks for like 40 grand. With only like maybe 50, 60,000 miles on the odometer. They're out there, Like I said, I think the only way you'll get something piss cheap if it's some little old lady that just drove the car, going to fucking ShopRite or whatever, driving to McDonald's to have a Sanka and fucking a small cheeseburger, and maybe if she could drive at night and go play bingo, that's the only way you're gonna get a car that cheap. Otherwise, you're gonna be paying a lot for whatever it is, and like I said, it's good quality. It's good quality shit. But we'll see what happens with the future Honda. Like I said, if you always want an older one, you can get an older one. Like I said, a lot of them from the 90s are still for sale and whatnot. You just gotta look around. Hopefully you get what you get for it, and that's pretty much it. Well, anyway, guys, that's the end of this vlog. Like, subscribe, and favor. Hit that notification bell for new videos. Like I said, every Wednesday they're going to be uploaded. At what time? I don't really have a time set. It's just going to be up sometime Wednesday. I would definitely look in the morning for new content to pop up and take it from there, guys. Alright, I'm out of here.